This is our final episode of our 6-part series taking a heavily discounted cruise from Australia to New Zealand. So far, we've sailed away from Sydney's iconic harbour, spent days and days at sea, cruised through the stunning Fiordland National Park, we climbed the tallest street in the world and spent a magical morning wandering around our new favourite place in Aotearoa. In this final episode, we explore 2 more unique ports, learn some wild facts about the Art Deco capital of the world.
Out in this bay somewhere, there is a sunken German missile.
And say goodbye to our home for the last 12 days.
Well, a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your cruise director, Tahani speaking, and welcome to Napier. We are pleased to announce that the ship has been cleared by the local officials, and we do have the gangway ready and set for anyone who wishes to go ashore at this time.
It's a beautiful day. Today we are in Napier, and the shuttle was included today not only to 1 stop but to 2. So we've caught it all the way down to the National Aquarium, which I really want to go into, but it's just outside of our budget because this is the aquarium that does Naughty Penguin of the Month and the Nice Penguin of the Month, and I just love seeing them online. So it would be really cool to see, but we're gonna save our money, walk along this beautiful beach, take in all of the Art Deco vibes, and maybe go get a coffee?
Yeah.
Woo!
So cool. Unfortunately, being here kind of marks the beginning of the end. It's our second to last stop before we check into Auckland, and the whole cruise is over.
Not ready for it to be over. And if we're being completely honest, we weren't really planning on vlogging our time in Napier. We were thinking we'd hop off the boat quickly, see the cool Art Deco houses, and then go back. But we missed out on windy Wellington.
We will be spending our day at sea tomorrow instead of our call in Wellington.
So here we are.
That being said, there is a bunch of things to do here. It's just mostly paid stuff, which we're kind of running low on money. We wanted to try and avoid.
It is a beautiful day here, so we're just soaking in the view as we walk down the esplanade.
Yeah.
The big size, please. Chocolate on both, please.
Any sugars?
No, thank you.
That's 10 checks.
Have a nice day. So I guess in New Zealand you can either get chocolate or cinnamon on top of your cappuccino. It seems like quite normal. Every time we've ordered one, they've asked that question. I'm a chocolate girly all the way. Little chocky treat.
Up until now, we've just been walking along the beach, along the esplanade, and there's not too much shade or cover. So to find this sunken garden, it's so cool in here, like temperature cool, but also cool like the variety of flowers. There's like a wagon wheel turning there with water. Really like it.
I used to think I had plenty of dreams and light in my life. Still my glass was half empty. But you came along and showed me how to love without limits, to have a good time. My glass was always half empty.
In our research for Napier, we figured out that the whole town was actually leveled by an earthquake in 1931. And at about that time, they really liked Art Deco buildings.
Art Deco, very nice.
So they rebuilt pretty much the entire town with an Art Deco flair.
Apparently in World War II, a U-boat was out on the coast and actually shot a missile at Napier but missed. So out in this bay somewhere there is a sunken German missile.
Let's go swimming. It's really hard for me to determine what's Art Deco, Spotto,
Well done.
and what's just like a cute cottage, so.
I think Art Deco, what I'm deciding is Art Deco is like really square but then arches, like a lot of shapes.
What about the light posts? Are they considered?
I think they're Art Deco. See how there's like circles and then they're like
Yeah.
angular?
Okay. Either way, really pretty buildings.
We've only been in Napier for maybe 2.5 hours and we have had a great morning here, but I think we've seen about all that we can on our budget of $0.
We do know that Napier is kind of the seat of the Hawke's Bay wine region, so there are so many wineries and wine tours and like beer tastings and breweries and all sorts around here, but...
I even think you can like go on a tour, super spotter.
Ah, yeah, okay.
You can even go on a tour in like an old-fashioned Art Deco-y car
Yeah, I've
that
seen
takes
them.
you to all those places,
Yep.
which would be really cool, but would not cost $0.
Anyway, we are getting back on the boat. Next time you see us, we'll be in...
Tauranga.
And we're in Tauranga. We're actually not.
We're in a Bay Peninsulary region near Tauranga, which is where the ship has led us off today. But luckily, there's 2 hikes we want to do right around here, so it's kind of worked out.
This is Pirate Bay, and it's a pretty cold day today.
Pilot Bay.
Ooh, pirate would be cooler. This is Pilot Bay, and it's a very cold day, but multiple people are swimming. It's a very seafaring sort of place. There's heaps of canoes along the beach, and loads of boats out there too.
Just everyone's out on the beach. Like, it doesn't feel like this is a very populated place, but it feels like everyone who's here is on the beach right now.
Yeah. All right, let's climb a mountain.
That'll warm us up. Apparently we have elected to do the steepest part first, or for longest, which might not have been the best idea. There were heaps of people on this track to begin with, including kids, people with picnic stuff, fishing stuff. And I was a bit confused because I knew that this was a strenuous hike, but as it turns out there's sort of like a main beach easy loop that I think all the families are going to. Then there's this, which is where we're going. I think it's 1,860 meters and it should take us 40 minutes. Let's start a timer. See how fit and healthy we are. Go! Feels like we're going the unpopular way, because for every one person we see walking with us, there's about 10 going the opposite way. Whew.
It's steep, they weren't lying. But you do go in patches of like where it's really hot sun on you, and then you get to this undercover jungle part, which is so much cooler, so much nicer. We gotta be like halfway.
We just saw a sign saying we were only 560 meters in. So no, we're not halfway. I'm tired. Why'd we come the hard way? We're under halfway though. Over halfway? last 500 meters and it's gone from saying steep next to it to moderate, so hopefully it just gets easier. What's nuts is that 10 minutes ago we were in an active farmland. Now this. That wasn't too bad, was it? Oh, it only took us 23 minutes. That's not bad at all. We're fast.
We walk, stand tall, suffer love I have to steal. With blinking eyes through a bad disguise, we move on to reappeal.
I'm kind of astounded by how busy it is here. It seems like everyone who's from this town runs up and down this hill every morning, and all the tourists as well. It was so busy at the top, all we could really do is touch the stone at the top, and now we're on our way back down. There's meant to be a lookout this way though.
The way down was so much faster, but we definitely chose the right route. It was all really steep stairs. I can't even imagine how tough it would be going up that way. It was tough going down, but we're almost at the beach. We've made it to the Bay of Plenty, gotten ourselves an iced coffee, and there is one more walk we want to do before we head back to the ship.
Okay, basically on the other side from the town of where we got dropped off, there is meant to be a blowhole. It's a 30-minute return walk, and hopefully it's nice. I don't really know what to expect of a blowhole.
Isn't that nuts? We were up the top of there. I feel like hikes sometimes it feels like you've gone for less than you should have to be that high, if that makes sense. Like it doesn't feel like we walked that much, but we were up there.
How do you still have a jumper on?
I was really cold in the shade. That's the end of our day in Tauranga. We were only out for about 3 or 4 hours, I think. I would venture a guess that at least 50% of the ship has actually gone on an excursion to Rotorua, which is only an hour away.
That's been our last stop on this massive cruise from Australia to New Zealand. It is not the last time we'll be in New Zealand. We actually have some pretty big plans.
Tomorrow we have to hop off the ship, then we're flying to Christchurch to pick up a camper van.
There's a lot more to come.
Make sure you subscribe to follow along for our New Zealand adventures.
There was a big map when we first entered the town that showed different areas, elevation, and where you need to run to if there's a tsunami. Pretty scary.
They also have this cool UV index radar thing that we should have everywhere in Australia. And apparently it's 18 today, so quite extreme. Could I pat your dog?
Yeah, certainly.
Good luck.
Yeah, definitely a lap dog.
What day is it?
11.